Hello, dear listener, and welcome to Zealand. The world in which we are playing in will go to some dark places. The content of this series will therefore be violent and dark in nature, so if you find yourself easily offended or are rather squeamish, please do look away. Would you run? Would you hide? Would you kill to survive?
Kia ora, guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Zealand. This is Chapter 7, Part 4, The Second Chance. In the last, we had 3 of our survivors fighting 3 infected mutts that had forced them way inside of this bunkhouse. Well, it's more than a bunkhouse. This whole big accommodation building. The second level has been locked off for some time, and you're left in the hallway trying to recollect yourselves as Chloe, you are bleeding from your leg where this thing caused a grievous wound to your thigh, the extent of which you're not quite aware of yet. And outside in the boat, both Scott and Skulk are in the top, driving the thing around the coast of Goat Island, blasting out the Venga boys, honking your horn and shooting your gun outside the window to try and get attention away from the accommodation, away from the research centre. It seems you've managed to divert the attention of half of this horde that's wandering towards there. It's split them up. Again, it's difficult to do a head count, but you'd say there's probably between 15 in either group. It's hard to say, give or take, how many there are exactly. Some of them are still tangled up in the fences, trying to find their way through. Scott.
Just an idea, because it's something we talked about. Is the music playing through the intercom?
Downstairs?
Is it playing through the intercom system?
No, it's playing through your internal, your speakers. So it's not using the intercom in the boat itself, it's just using the speakers, which are on the second level.
It's a separate stereo device with speakers on it.
A separate stereo device? No, it's part of the whole system that's down here. So you can control it from here. You have small speakers up here, but there are also speakers on the second level.
Okay, so I couldn't turn on the intercom system on the top radio thing. And
yes,
then
you could.
Turn the volume all the way up and go, "Hey, zombie freaks!"
You could, but that's just using the intercom underneath the boat on the third level. So it would just be going through there.
That's not to say there isn't some sort of
there also isn't to say that there might be undead beneath you. You don't know. You haven't checked on the people this morning.
So didn't you guys say you had deals with it?
No.
You said we were going to deal with it.
Said.
We didn't.
Yes.
I'm just on the stairs. I think I'm kind of swaying slightly.
On the boat, is there any other action that's being taken at the moment? You see, you've directed about half off towards you at this point with the noise that you've been making. Roll intuition for me.
Him or both?
No, just him. It's something that he's seen before and something that's been used before.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to use the sigil?
2.
So 2 sigils.
Okay, alright.
Oof.
Don't get angry at me if it's something that you don't want to hear.
Oh no.
Fail by 5. I think it is. So it's intuition.
So with plus 25 to your intuition.
So 55 I need to beat and I rolled a 60.
Hold up, so you got plus
Damn.
20. Oh, right, these are no other bonus yet.
Yep.
So that's locks.
No, you remember Nick's gimp suit is still somewhere on the boat, but beyond that, there isn't anything that sparks to your mind of anything on the boat that takes your interest.
Anything out the ocean? Anything from the barrier islands?
Nice wording, Scott.
The smoke seems to be black at this point from over at Little Barrier. You can't really see too much of Great Barrier from where you are at the moment.
Anything in the skies?
Just as it's a bit of a meta question,
Uh-huh.
but it's not my question about a megaphone on the boat, is it?
No.
Okay,
No,
cool.
it's more in relation to things that have been used before on the boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
anything that was like anything in the skies coming from Great Barrier, or
Not that you can see. I
nothing
mean, like
else on
looking
the water, like that.
looking out
Russian
towards
boat?
it, no, because you've been looking at the water for the most part at the moment, and you've been looking out around.
Everywhere on the water.
You've been looking all around the water. So you're inside the island. So you guys have been driving in and around this side here. Currently, you've been trying to take them around this side. You have brought a number of them across, but still, there is a section of them that are moving down towards here. Looking out this way, you can see the Coromandel Peninsula in the distance, but you don't see anything more than just the landmass itself.
Pretty much no boats, no airplanes.
Not in the air, not in the sea. I mean, like, looking out that way, you can see something slightly sticking out the water. And from the trip that you took before all the way out to Great Barrier, you realise that that's that same boat that you saw kind of half capsized out in the water.
And nothing up north.
Looking up north,
Nothing out there in the water moving or in the skies moving.
not that you can see outside that way there. And you have the time to look as you're floating here at the moment. Are you continuing driving? Like, continuously,
No.
or...
I'm going really fucking slowly.
Okay, right.
Because I want to wait for them to get closer, and I'm also still trying to think how I'm gonna freaking pull the others.
Okay.
It's not how light is it in the day?
It's still pretty dim. It's still pretty dark. It's still, sunrise. As I said, the clouds that are high in the sky, they are getting lit.
Spotlight? Would that work?
It might.
Can I radio through
I
for stuff?
say direct the spotlight at the zombies.
It's certainly dark enough that it would have quite
Yeah.
an illuminating factor to it.
Okay, I go look for the spotlight and the control and all of that. Carry on.
I point to it. I've used
Okay,
it
yeah, there is
before.
like a spotlight.
Yeah.
There are like a number of light buttons on there, and there is one that's like the front kind of main spotlight. You flick that on.
So it's not manual. It's so I can control
No,
it even.
it is manual.
Okay,
But
cool.
you can turn it on here.
Okay,
So
cool.
it turns on. It's just at the moment directly out the front of the boat. So it's just
No, I
pushing
wouldn't
it
like
this
no,
way.
I wouldn't turn it on. I'll go down and then
Okay.
radio
Well,
up.
Scott said
Oh, I think it's
Scott could turn it on.
yeah. He said I turned it on, not you.
Did I flick it off and say wait till I'm down there?
Okay.
Because the boat's pointed out to Great Barrier.
Mm.
Yes, true. Okie
Then I go down and I move it, and then I just radio up and say go.
okay.
Mhm.
You hear the radio come
Put
through.
it on.
The light goes on, shining towards this shambling horde, and you can kind of see them much more clearly now. Before they were just, incoherent, shambling shapes, but now lit up, you can see this sea of people that seem to be very much the same color across all of them. The clothes that they're wearing, everything else seems to be a dull kind of grey.
I honk again.
Okay, you honk again.
I'm a hunk.
And you can hear these honks from out there as you're in the stairwell. The fight just having finished. What is your first points of
And
action?
it's straight to Nick, and we're gonna run out there again, drag him away.
First I'm going to take Chloe up to Willow.
They can come down. We don't have time.
Okay, I'll just yell to Willow then.
Let's radio through. Go. Chloe's hurt. We need Willow down here, and we need people to barricade the front door. We're gonna go up.
I don't feel so good, Mr.
And
Stark.
We go.
Yeah, you start like kind of leaning up on there. Wasn't actually out before the apocalypse happened.
I
so-
know, but how did I know?
That's the best.
You're
side of
cursed with
Apocalypse.
knowledge.
We don't have to watch the last. You know?
Okay, so
Oh, isn't that the best part of the apocalypse?
That's the worst part. We don't even see the best Star
So-
Wars movie.
So, with all of this, you say, like, Nick, you call out, you go on the comms.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing back.
Okay, I'd just run up the stairs, knock on the door.
I go to the front door.
Okay.
Like out.
You-
And start having a look.
Yep, you go to the front door, you see where they have kind of smashed through, you've seen where they've shattered through
Yep.
this front here. The barricades at the back, they're still out there,
Yep.
the cupboards and stuff like that, the bookcases that have been strewn across it. Here, there's just broken glass and just this long intestinal track stretching down the hallway.
No. Right. We gotta go. You guys, it's safe to come down and help. Scott, maybe fire the flare guns up there. See if they can help out.
I radio as I say, Scott, don't. Unless you want to have another plane coming overhead.
Big difference between a flare and an explosion.
Flares
You
are
say
actually
you
used
say to
as
yourself
signals
as you're
by-
standing
Big
out
explosions.
as you're standing out here, you say that to yourself. Nick, were you sticking with Jake?
No, he went upstairs.
You were going
no,
upstairs?
I went upstairs and knocked
Okay.
on the door.
On the second floor door? Okay.
Can I try
No
and
response.
start crawling up?
Yep. Okay, alright, you start trying to make your way upstairs.
I guess I sling the bullpup on my back so I can have both hands free to do that.
Okay, alright.
Jonah usually has a radio as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. He's my next protocol.
Okay, alright.
What's it looking like outside?
You hear a call come through.
What's the situation?
We cleared it out. Chloe's hurt. We need Willow to look at her, and we need you guys to barricade this front door while Nick and I draw them away.
Alright, heading down now.
Nick, let's go.
Cool. Yep, and then I just run back out.
Okay, alright,
Hi,
Chloe.
Nick. He just runs past me.
Yeah, like twice, and it runs up, it runs down.
Chloe, you're trying to make your way up the stairs and you're feeling weaker and weaker as you do.
Yep.
Jake and Nick, having left to go out the front.
Lock it as we leave.
Okay, alright, there's a big hole in it still.
Yeah, but
Yep,
not gonna
okay,
open.
cool, yeah, sure.
We don't have time to barricade. I did tell them to barricade.
Yep, you did. Okay, so the two of you leave, rushing out the front, and Chloe, you start making your way up, and you can see that second floor door is still locked, and there is no one coming towards it. But eventually you do hear footsteps coming down the stairs, and both Frank and Jonah see you there.
Bloody hell.
Hey!
What happened to you?
A dog.
Okay.
Willow's not answering.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's weird, right?
Frank goes up towards the door. And Frank, he's quite sunken-eyed as well, and doesn't look like he's slept very well, and does knock. Willow, open up.
She's high.
Open up. Willow. He's really whacking on the door now, and he seems to get kind of weaken. And he takes a step back. Fuck. And Jonah's like,
Alright, there is enough time for this. We'll get you upstairs. I've still got some supplies up there. Come on.
and the two of them take a hold of you.
Just bring them down here. We don't have time to carry me all the way upstairs, do we?
I need to rest you somewhere.
Alright.
Okay.
Fine.
And the two of them start to take you upstairs. They're both weakened themselves, and the three of you try to make your way up there, and there is some stumbling, and you start to feel weaker as you do start to get up towards the top. But eventually you do get there, and they drag you up there, and Lulu, having kind of semi-heard what was going on, seems to have some supplies ready, and the couch is kind of pulled around. The curtains are open to let in a little bit more light, and she has a light just pointed up towards the ceiling.
Jonah's like, we'll put you down here, okay?
Places you down, and Frank's trying to help as well, as they tear your jeans open a little bit more, having a look and seeing what's going on. And Jonah's going, oh bloody hell! And it's you get a look at it, and it is meaty. You're seeing parts of you that you haven't seen before, and
I have legs.
it takes you a second, just kind of take a deep breath. You've seen.
No, I want to actually make a will check on that.
Okay, yeah, all right, you do it.
I really fucking fail.
Okay.
83.
You panic upon seeing this, and you're taken back to the rock and your friend when he got bitten on his leg and what happened to him. You think of Scott. You think of what might happen to you as you start to panic, and the others start to
I just go,
assess the wound.
Don't cut my leg off, whatever you do.
I'm gonna need to... We're gonna have to see how bad this is.
You're not cutting my leg off.
Honestly, if we did that, it'd probably fucking kill you.
Okay, well good. Then we're in agreement. I'm keeping this leg.
Okay,
Okay.
alright. Lou, in my bag, there's a bottle. Grab it.
And she kind of digs around, and there's a bottle, and she pulls it out, and it's a bottle of Irish whiskey.
And Jonah says, you might want this. I don't know if
I
you...
take it out of his hand before he finishes his
Okay.
sentence.
Alright.
Uncorking it, it smells pretty good.
I take 6 shots worth and then I pass out.
Okay, that's a very exact
Pretty-
amount. You
pretty
just
cheap,
like
right?
weigh them out.
You sure it was? I don't even think you got to 6. It's like 2.
To be fair, I am a very cheap drunk. I would
Okay.
be.
All right, you start trying to take it. It does start to take effect on you,
smell
and
it,
you
and then you're gone.
drift
Yeah,
into
I'm
oblivion.
I'm out. I don't think I would reasonably
Okay.
still be awake, so I'm out.
All right. And with
Come on,
that,
goodbye.
we're outside. Jake and Nick, you're outside in the dim morning light. You can see a little bit better what's going on, but twilight's always difficult. It's a difficult time for your eyes to adjust to see what's going on around you. You can hear that noise, the kind of cacophony of voices, and then almost with the strangely sadistic Venga boys drifting in from the shore. You both think to yourselves that you have these horrific scenarios that you find yourself in, but somehow there is always some bizarre and unusual aspect to it, and this is just one of those same very things. As you start to try and move towards the golf which is parked outside of the accommodation, you jump in, both of you, closing the doors behind you, flicking the car on. What do you do? The lights flick on. If you flick them on.
Flick them on.
Okay. Belts go on.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Okay.
That was before you took the car on. No.
How that we have one crash, and now every time it's belts on, belts on, belts on.
All right.
Yeah, and then it'll be
Little last minute belts on last time.
yeah, yeah, and then it'll be just a beep 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 beep, beep. And then start driving, and I'll be like, Nick, radio through to the guys, tell them to take the boat round to Matherson's Bay. Just keep following the coast around. You'll see it. It's got a pontoon out in the water.
Okay.
Okay,
called
I say all that. Take I'd radio in, go around to Matheson's Bay.
Okay, so it is difficult to hear this call that comes through over the blaring Venga Boys music, but you do hear it. I think whenever you do get a call, I imagine you're all just like getting in close to see, to actually listen in to what's going on. Chloe, the last thing you hear before you drift into oblivion, other than the Venga Boys, is that little
We're gonna
beep
have to
beep
take
beep
the
beep beep.
First thing I do is look at Scott and go,
I'm
Where
down there.
Oh, he's outside. So you've got window down. You can actually
Just
see him
like-
on the bow.
Scott, where the fuck is...
Matheson's Bay. I said follow the coast around. You see it. It's got a pontoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't say that. Nick said that
I
because
didn't
heard you
say
talking,
that.
and then he started speaking.
Yeah.
And I just yelled out, where the fuck's Matheson's
You
Bay?
could ask Nick.
I just say, fuck if I know.
Where's Matheson's Bay?
Just follow the coast round. You'll see a pontoon.
What's
Okay.
a pontoon?
Cool, sweet as. Do that now.
Floaty thing in the water.
Okay.
Platform in the water.
Oh,
Yeah, and I now just accelerate. Yeah.
It kicks it to life. Skulk, you steady yourself with your one arm as best you can.
I'm still not going kind of full ball because I don't want them to lose interest.
So maybe like a sow or something like that, right? not full ball. Oh, okay,
That's
all right.
crazy.
Yeah, this is a late night game for us, so it's the opposite. Usually it's Nick that's a little bit more out of it. Now it's us. It's all okay. All right. Okay, so you start to head along the coast, and that light sticks with them for as long as you can until you can't get that kind of
Then I
angle.
radio up to say, cut the light.
Yeah,
You cut the light and
I flicked the music off as well.
the
now.
front kind of goes into darkness, and there is that kind of almost ringing in your ears when it turns off, and and you're kind of greeted just by the sounds of the engine and the waves as you start to move towards. And you feeling a little anxious, you do pull a little bit further away from the coast, because now that you don't have any lights in front of you, you can't actually see where you're going, and you start trying to drive around here to make your way down to Matheson's Bay. A bay.
It's got a pontoon.
Okay.
That's all I
There's-
heard.
Actually, I'd rather have the lights on, so I'll say this, Scott. Point the lights down at the water,
I nod back up at the
Yeah.
cockpit.
and then as I see him kind of do that out the front, I flick the lights back on.
Okay. Where? I'm trying to remember where it was.
Where is it?
Oh, no, it's ages away.
It's more
ages
towards the ocean, not space.
No, sorry. I was just trying to see where the last boat crashed. It's the next few peninsulas along, so it wasn't this one here. I was just making sure it wasn't.
How far down are you taking us, mate?
So you're driving for like a good long while as this is happening, and as you said, you're not going full bore, but you're out. Essentially, you're both out of radio communication range at this point. So there's no way.
We are out of radio communication.
Well, yeah, everyone, you're out of radio communication from each other at this stage. So,
I can
We
fucking-
are out of radio communication.
can you?
I
Interesting.
don't know.
Do you think to try and call, or do you just keep on driving?
The boat's radio.
Well, since we're not going to call now. So
No, exactly.
whatever.
So, as I said, we'll carry on with you two, and then we'll jump back because there shouldn't be anything that's actually going to, change each other's reactions or actions from each other as you continue to drive. Making your way around this coast here, moving on towards what you think is meant to be this bay. You do have the GPS on the boat, and you can see that it is coming up on the right-hand side after this kind of peninsula. Is that correct? Is this the place? I'm just guessing.
Holy
No,
crap!
you can't see. Keep going up. Keep going up.
Because this is where you
No,
guys
that's
you
Lee
guys
Harbour.
have been there before?
Yeah, and they would know that's Lee Harbour.
Why are they going that
That's
far?
so
Yeah,
fucking
why
far
are
away.
they-
They won't hear us.
Okay, so no.
But you guys-
You guys can't have these
Yeah.
conversations between each other.
I-
You have been given information.
Yeah.
You are acting upon that information. As you're driving around this
No,
peninsula
once
now.
I see that, I
Yeah.
just ready up and say, we're too far away, nothing we do will have an effect.
Were you
And
guys
sit-
going
if we-
slow and
No,
dragging?
Jake, you're not here.
If we make noise now, we're just going to pull everything from ahead of us towards us, and if we then head back, they're going to follow the sound of the engine. So if there's anything ahead of us, which there probably is, because I can't see Lee, but I know the Marine Institute is near Lee. We're just going to be dragging all of them back when we head back.
As you're having this conversation,
So
I grab the instinctually originally I just grabbed
Okay.
the walkie and I'm like, Jake, you there?
no
I
response.
wait 20 seconds and then I grab the boat
Mm-hmm.
radio and I'm like on the check if it's on the right frequency. I'm like, Jake, you there?
Are we there?
You hear a faint signal coming in. It's difficult to tell what it is as you're driving the car away.
But that would take a while, so we would probably be at Masson's Bay by now by the time we got around there.
Is that where you're driving?
Well, I told him to pick us up there.
no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Told him to drive around to Masson's Bay.
Yeah, but you didn't say to pick you up.
Yeah, you didn't say
You didn't
that.
say why we're going there. You actually didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
Okay, so you
we
guys
didn't.
aren't going to go there?
We are.
Maybe. I'm trying to say let's not.
Just
because
remember,
we-
you are out of communication
Yeah, so-
range from each other.
Yeah.
Information has been given,
Oh man.
and this is
So,
where we're
yeah,
at.
that's what I was like. With the information we have, I would say, again, I was like, let's not go. We don't want to pull anything further back towards us.
As I was saying, as you were here, as all of this was happening, as you were having this conversation, I need both of you to roll perception for me.
I'll spin a sigil.
Okay, all right.
So will I.
11 pass.
Fail and I won't bother re-rolling.
Okay. Sometimes you can wait to see what the outcome is going to be on the other person's, and then you can decide. But I know that you know that, so I was just
Yeah. It's cheating.
Okay, all right. I mean, anyway.
It's using a sigil, it's all cheating.
Anyway, okay. So, Skulk, you notice that as you kind of came around the corner here, as you've been kind of like drifting, looking towards this, actually, you wouldn't know if this is the bay or not because you can't see the GPS. You just know that you've been going for a while. Looking out towards here.
I don't put my spotlight if I see
No,
houses.
no.
Like,
Spotlight's been like down, looking at the water in front of it. But as you came around the corner, you saw what you think was a light on for a second that went off.
Scott, we got living people on that, in that, wherever the fuck we are now. And they just saw us.
Immediately turn away from the island,
From the mainland?
from the mainland,
It is an island.
It is an island?
Yeah,
Yep.
technically, yeah.
and back around, backwards.
You start turning around.
As I'm returning to go to island.
Returning back to get into range because I didn't get a reply.
Okay, alright. So that's your intention
Yeah.
as you start to do that. Now,
Boy.
can't change intentions. It's set in stone. So, alright, the two of you, you're in the Gulf. You've been driving away from here. Windows up. Going on towards whatever destination was in mind originally. I didn't know what that was. But you start driving down here. Lights on in front of you. Where are you going, Jake?
Masson's Bay.
Okay, all right. So the two of you, both you and Nick, start driving out along here, along this kind of like dark road. The lights are the only thing that kind of illuminating it. How fast are you driving? Just like a regular driving speed, or
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously pretty early. I mean, none of them are sprinting at us, are they?
No, like you can't see them.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
40,
it's
50.
too dark. Because like once you've got your headlights on,
Yeah.
your eyes are balanced for that light,
Yeah,
and so
yeah, 40, 50 sort of thing.
okay, all right, and you continue driving on from that point out and away from here.
Do you make
Okay.
sure they're following you?
I can't see.
All right.
Still beeping the horn as we're going.
Yep, beeping the whole while. Okay, right.
It's not like a man, but
Yeah.
you know, so every.
Now your route to Matheson's Bay.
Mhm.
All right. Let's figure out where that is because you know where that is. So
You can't
we'll go
see.
ahead and figure out our route from here. So this is what we're working off at the moment. You don't have GPS, so it's based upon the roads.
How much
Yeah, I
is
know.
a straight shot?
So that's good.
Straight shot is it to Matheson's Bay from where you're going? Because he would be kind of. We'll kind of be
doesn't
both
matter.
like.
Yeah,
we'd
there
be
is a
like,
chance. There might be a chance along the way
Yeah.
somewhere, but it's going to be a slim chance.
Yeah.
We'll see if we get that. But you continue driving. And so we're just going to go along like this until we hit an intersection. And this is the tough thing, is that at intersections I will go into Street View, so you'll get a chance to kind of decide where you want to go. And so it looks like we
Well,
are...
Jake, you do know the way, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well,
I just have no idea where that is.
Yes. And that's...
I don't think that's. Is that the road?
So that's the road that goes down to Goat Island. So you've got two roads here. You can either go this way or you can go up this dirt track.
No, it's
Just straight.
So it'd be up along this
so
road
is,
here.
is that Parkery Road there?
Well,
Okay. You haven't seen any street signs.
No, but I know like what it looks like.
Does this look like Parkery Bay
This
Road
looks
to you?
like fucking nothing I've seen.
All
It
right.
could be
Keep
a
going
really
that way.
updated map as well.
So you keep on traveling along the road.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is it. So it's left here.
Okay,
Let's just
left
double
here.
check before I.
All right. Right, you start going left around this intersection here. Oh, god damn it.
no, apparently you don't.
Great thing, exit ground level. And let's go ahead and exit and
Go left.
go left at this position here.
No,
No.
the second
Yeah.
one, because you turned right. So yeah,
It's
we're
tough to
it's
see.
that road there. Yeah,
It's
that
tough
road
to
there.
see
Yeah,
through the
that's
trees.
the red barn there. Yeah, and we
Okay.
got the thing up there.
Okay, you come to another intersection. Which way do you
Straight.
go? Straight?
Mhm.
Okay, you continue driving straight. Moving up and along here. It's just silence on the roads. You can't see anything in the fields beside you. You're just driving, just you and Nick quietly in the car.
driving along my automobile.
Coming up
Is this Lee?
into a small little town.
So
Okay.
there are all those trucks there.
All these trucks here.
Yeah.
No, the yard seems to be completely empty.
Yeah, same thing with last
It's
time.
very dark as well, so you can only see the spill from your headlights as you're kind of driving
Yeah.
through this area.
Yeah. Sweet. And it's right.
Okay. You start to take a right, driving on through. And as you come onto this road here, your lights in front of you illuminate a number of bodies in the road. They seem to be lying beside discarded cars. Some of them have no clothes whatsoever and are just grisly remains of people.
Can we try radio through here?
You can. I need both you and the person who's using the radio on the other one,
But
you,
Nick would be
to
using
roll.
this radio because I'll be driving.
Okay,
Walkie or
so both.
Because I've got my walkie, but you mean the?
It's going to be between the CBs. So I need both you and Nick to roll luck. You both need to succeed.
Oh.
Sigil. I
No,
use a
I
sigil.
failed.
Ah.
I already said I use a sigil.
No,
Okay.
don't. But you can wait till
Fair
you
enough.
see the result.
No, he did say.
Ah.
Do you succeed?
Oh, because no, before I roll, I have to say if I want to use the bonus, I have to say it before I
Yeah.
roll.
Did you succeed or fail?
I succeeded.
Okay. All right. You tried to call out, did you?
Well,
Oh,
Nick,
Nick.
'cause I'm driving.
Nick
yeah.
tried to call out. For a second, as you're kind of like driving back, you thought you heard the radio kind of like crackle for a second. You knew that something came through
Yeah.
on it, but you couldn't make out the words. Nick, what would be your wording? What are
What's
you
that?
trying to say?
What do you want to say?
I was going to tell them to pick us up from Matheson's Bay, that we're on our way there.
Okay, you hear, just kind of garbled, you hear, Matt, bake.
He's a sheep.
Repeat that. I see.
I say the exact same thing again.
You hear very, very garbled. You hear, you just hear like a
No, I'm using the.
Yes, you are.
The boat.
Oh, okay. So I hear just snippets.
Yes, snippets.
I'd probably try and respond with, "What's that?" This is going to turn into.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
this
You
is
hear. What's?
I mean, they can keep trying, right?
Yeah, you totally can.
But you stop the car or you continue to drive?
Continue to drive.
Yeah.
But so he's continuing to drive that way, we're continuing to...
Go opposite direction.
We just started to go back.
There is a window. There is a window of opportunity.
And so it's going to become more
Yeah,
dark
it'll just be-
until we hear nothing.
Keep trying. That does depend because we're not syncing.
Are you
our
telling
time.
Nick to keep trying?
Yeah. Also, when we get past, we'll look at the fire station.
Yeah. So the time is kind of sunk at the moment.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, keep trying.
I'll just keep saying Matheson's Bay.
You just keep hearing Matt Bay.
I already know he says Matheson's
Matt
Bay.
Bay.
So
Yeah. So you just keep hearing that, and it's just garbled static.
I get around the corner of that kind of peninsula. As we head around the corner, we saw the light. I head around the other side of the corner and I halt there.
You're already way past there.
Yeah, we already turned.
You're already way past there.
And you said we were heading back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're much closer to Go Island at this stage. So you can choose to try and turn around if you want.
I mean, if you heard Nick say that, would you do that?
But we don't know what the
well,
context is. Could we keep away from Matheson Bay?
But
for all
why
we know?
is the radio? Like, the thing is, can I
Good
make-
question.
can I make-
Good question.
can I
There
make-
might be hills in between,
Can I, no,
like large hills
yeah,
in
but
between.
that's not line of sight though. That's the other. So yeah,
There is only so much. You're
not
not using the same radios. If you were using two of the same,
Can I ask my question? Sorry.
totally you can.
Yeah. Okay. Can
You
I
can try.
roll an intuition check to see if I would make the connection as we're heading back? The signal should be getting better, but it's getting worse. So
it's a stretch, but
so
yeah.
we should have been.
I mean, you didn't think that they were leaving to go to the bay, but yeah, okay. I'll allow it, but it is a big stretch.
Because the thing is, I keep saying, like things. I'm already kind of assuming that they're potentially seeing me turn around and going, "Bay," like in the sense that I'm like, "Don't turn around, Matheson's Bay."
How would they see you
Constantly
though?
repeat.
Maybe we were the light.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
know.
okay, I'll allow it. It's touch and go. I will allow it.
Okay.
I think it makes sense. Slim sense.
You're in the same position where you started losing signal before, when they were back at the place. So,
Success 20.
you
My
imagine,
logic was
yeah,
we should be in
it should be
clear
getting
radius, so-
stronger because you're getting back to Go Island. It doesn't seem to be getting stronger, but you've only been talking for a very short period of time, so it's difficult to determine if it's getting stronger or if it's getting weaker. If you drove on for a bit longer, you might be able to determine if it drops out altogether, or it could be that Nick's just stopping
Just saw it in
speaking.
a game, and it was a complete fucking fumble by
Yeah.
just our general communication.
That's
no
how that
one
works.
mentioned anything apart from go to Matheson's Bay.
Yes,
So I can-
100%.
Exactly,
I
right.
continue on.
Back to
Back to go down.
back to Go Island.
Yeah,
Okay.
because to be fair, until you said pick us up, like after we were already
That wasn't
turning back,
relayed.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
No, neither did I.
You didn't even
Really?
tell Nick.
Why would I tell you to go to Matheson's Bay for no reason?
Because I thought it was
we
right around the
thought-
corner, and I thought
Yeah.
you wanted to just pull us a bit further away.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I thought
literally what I
too.
thought.
I thought it was like
I,
Jordan there.
I,
so-
hang on, can I just say, I thought you were going to go in the opposite direction, and we were going to pull them away from.
Well, would have
that.
gone that way, pulled them back to Lee, and then you would have pulled
But
them
that's the thing is
around.
that none of that was communicated.
That's the thing.
It-
I also didn't think you guys were going to stop dragging them as soon as you guys started to go. I thought you would keep the music going and drag them around.
okay.
It's so far
Their
away.
their
No,
intention,
but
the
you're there.
intention they got from this was
Yeah.
go to Matheson's Bay. So that's what they were doing. They were going there as quickly as they could.
Because I kind of left the music on until I actually got far enough away from them, and then my in-character just thinking was, I don't want to draw everyone else there now, so I turn it off.
Yeah. So
The reason why I
with
see-
the information that was given to them, that's what they decided to do on the
be more
boat.
clear and precise, which probably not
No,
fucking
It's
right.
very
You
important
didn't
to-
communicate anything
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, it was
So go to
Nick.
Matheson's Bay.
It was
No,
Nick.
Like, yeah, 'cause
You told
I,
Nick.
I,
No, it was me.
I heard, "Oh," and I was like, and then Nick started saying,
No,
"Get to
but no, I
Matheson's Bay."
never talked on the radio.
It was Nick. It was
I
Nick.
never talked
Yeah.
on the radio.
It was
Yeah,
Nick. It was.
yeah,
It was.
So you
It was
told
me.
Nick to say this,
Yeah.
and then Nick said, "I repeat."
We all know.
No, he
We
didn't-
all
he didn't
know.
say I repeat. He said
I
head
did
to
actually,
Matheson's
but
Bay.
then I also
And then he,
after
then
that
he said
said
it.
what I said.
Yeah.
But he
So
did say, I repeat.
we all know what was said. We all know it. So we'll carry on with what's been done. Okay. So that's exactly what you do. You start driving back towards Goat Island, and you continue on in that. Okay.
I keep using the radio saying Matheson's Bay.
Okay. As you are driving further and you keep on going, it does sound fainter. It does sound like it's getting more distant. You don't know if it's more like if it's like interruption or what, but do with that what you will. It starts to drop out to the point where you don't hear Nick at all.
Alright. So we've got...
So still with them just for now,
Yeah.
as you guys are driving away.
So let's focus on what we're doing,
I
because
got
you
to
guys are just
Scott.
going through what you guys are doing. You guys
No.
go
It's
We're there now.
determining whether or not they
Yeah.
turn around at this
So
point,
I'm-
because now he's realised that the signal has dropped out. So
I just yelled at the skulk and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Where are they?
there is no signal now.
Yeah, okay. I said I don't know. They never told us what they
Never told you a location.
Yeah. They never told us what they were going to do.
They said they're going to Matheson's Bay. We'll go. We'll
They
go,
said
we'll
we should go, but
we'll,
then
we'll, go,
say-
we'll go back to that peninsula. We'll stay away from the bay there where you saw the people, and we'll just wait to hear from them.
Yeah, let's just don't go around that corner, and we'll drift it in so the engine noise isn't that obvious.
I'll get close and drift the rest of the way.
You're turning around? Okay. Alright. I want to make it clear at this point as well. There's no one conscious back at MDC. So
All
there's
the NPCs are out.
no conscious
I-
PCs, so you'll have no idea what happens there
Yeah.
until you return again.
Dun dun dun.
Please don't kill me like off screen like this.
I'm sure you would
I
wake
was,
up.
I was
if you were-
terrified of that when we started driving away.
Okay, so with that, okay, you start driving back in the direction, and your intention is to drive up until you get to that peninsula there towards the town, and then start to drift.
I'm fucking frustrated right now. And I
Of
would
course,
be.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
that makes
not there,
sense.
before the rock.
Before the rock,
Yeah,
yeah. So
before
when you
the
get
rock.
around to this corner
And I
and just
drift.
start drifting, yeah,
Yeah.
drifting
But
around the corner.
But
No, not around the corner.
Oh, okay,
Not
just
around
drift.
the
on this side of it.
Yeah, drift and
Yeah.
then stop. Yeah, so stop on the
Yeah,
side.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your intention. Okay, all right. So Jake and Nick back in the town, because you guys weren't driving fast back. They're still kind of getting away. You pulled around onto this corner here. You saw the bodies in front of you. You had the little talk. You're in Lee at the moment.
Yeah.
So you see some bodies on the street.
Any of them moving?
These are skeletal remains
Right.
almost. No clothing on them. They seem to be very, very dead and unmoving. And just car doors kind of open at this point. And as you're driving past some of the houses, you are seeing some of them just doors wide open, clothes strewn out on the lawn.
What else do we see?
Ahead of you, directly?
No. I know it's dark and stuff like that, but in front of us, is there any of the yellow stuff on the ground?
No.
Okay.
Looking at this road, it seems to be clear. It's just leaves. It's just papers. It's just detritus that hasn't been cleaned off from cars driving along it. Yes.
I'm still like a broken robot. Matheson's Bay. Wait 5 seconds. Matheson's Bay.
Okay, you keep on
Hoping
saying
to get
this.
something back.
Okay. Nick, you are noticing something with your RT though as you continue to do this over and over again. The light on it does seem to start dimming.
Okay. The gap between the calls would be longer and longer then.
Okay.
Sorry, zoom out. I think you've gone to a different place. Yeah, we're on that road. Sorry. Go up. Zoom
Oh,
up.
this one here.
We're
This
on
one
that
here.
road there.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. They all look the same from the air. Okay, so you continue to drive along this one here.
Yep. And
Okay.
we're going to slow right the fuck down when we get towards the end and have a look at the fire station.
Where's the fire station?
That last
This
building right
one
there.
here?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So this is the one that you talked to me about earlier?
Yeah.
This is the one? Okay, all right. So as you start to approach towards it, and you slow down, your lights just kind of illuminating part of it. You can see, similar to the other buildings here, the doors are actually open on the way in, and there are no vehicles outside here. There are some vehicles that have been parked here. Doors are open.
Do I see my uncle's car?
Yes.
And there's no moving zombies around us?
Not that you can see, but you're just driving slow. You haven't had a lot of time to look
I wanna-
around here.
Pull into the fire station. Like right inside the bay.
Okay, so like inside this area here where the tree is, like so.
Just want to go down the street view.
Okay. Oh yeah. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's
Nick
going
is
on.
like, no, don't, please.
I don't want to do this.
Why are we so high up? Oh,
So
there we go.
those
Oh,
doors
yeah.
are wide open.
These ones are as you approach, and
Yeah.
there are vehicles kind of just parked out.
Yeah, so
parked
they're
out,
on the
like,
side, obviously
around the
not
side.
to, you know,
Yeah, not
be in the way of with
Yes.
it.
Oh, I know that place.
yeah. And
Just to leave volunteer
the
fire.
doors, yes, the doors are open, and there are no trucks inside. So you pull up here and you stop.
Alright, so I want to.
There are 3 vehicles outside of here. There are other vehicles parked down on the road, and looking out towards these houses, you can see that looking just like, again, like it's very, very dim because it's
Yeah.
like your headlights. Actually, your headlights will be kind of like blowing out this way towards this house. You can see this ranch lighter door in the distance there is completely smashed. You can't tell from what direction at this stage, but
Okay, so I want to go right into the bay, turn around. There's plenty of room for that. We're in a Golf, and there's 2 fire trucks in there.
drive into here. So you
Go
start
right in the engine bay.
So you start backing into the
No,
engine.
drive in and sort
Drive
of just
in.
turn around. There's 2 giant trucks.
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
enough room for us.
Drive in and turn around so you'd be facing out
Yeah,
this
but
way.
inside.
Yep.
And I'm going to get out and close those doors manually, which is just
Of these 2.
unhook and then.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
You're
you
gonna tell
start
Nick
to
what you're
you start to
doing?
do that.
Yeah, I'm saying we're gonna do this. We're gonna get the generator on, and
Okay.
we're gonna use the CB here to get a boost, so we can talk to them.
Right. Okay. Let's
Okay.
do this.
All right. Wouldn't it be interesting if you saw like a flash and the flash was them? No. No. Okay. All right. So, you get out. You start trying to like pull them down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's dark in here. So you are having to use a little flashlight.
Yeah, and I'll go and get 2 helmets and give one to me and Nick, and they've got torches on there.
On the side?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, right. You have 2 cool looking helmets.
I won't go that far.
Cool looking helmets.
All right. So we
Looking helmets.
lock up, and so those are shut. The side door's shut. The main door into the common area is shut. I want to go into the storeroom and start the generator.
Okay, all right. Moving through this place, it doesn't seem like anyone's been here for a while. As best you can tell.
Yeah.
It looks like some of the doors have been open for a while. There were things that had been blown in here, and there is like an odd smell in the air. It smells almost like urine, but you continue through. You go to the storeroom to try and like open and go to where the generator is.
Yeah.
It's open, the door to the storeroom,
Yeah.
and inside
There's
of
no
there,
door
there's no door. It's just okay,
Yeah.
right, cool. Whatever it is, by the generator.
Yeah.
As you're kind of like as you start to illuminate it, you can see what looks to be the remains of a cat and a litter that are not alive.
All right.
There isn't seeming to be like any external thing that's killed them.
Right.
And the smell just kind of hits your nose as you get into that area towards the generator.
All right. So the generator's in like a little, not soundproof, but sound dampening cupboard. It's 4-stroke, so it's not that loud anyway. But then connect it to the powers. So it's got
Okay.
a plug on it. You just plug it in,
Right.
and then start it.
Okay, all right. So you go through all the steps to get it running, and it does kick to life. It takes some time to do all this, to get things set up, to get things locked down, to get this place closed up, but it does kick to life. The generator is rumbling. What's your next step?
Go for the radio.
Okay, Nick, you're kind of just following Jake around. Jake seems to know exactly
Yeah.
what he's doing in this place, and
I'm just like a lost dog.
you don't know. You might not know why he knows his way around so well. You assume he must know this place because he's immediately going for
Never been
things.
here before.
Oh, I mean, like Jake has told us all that he works here.
Yeah, I mean, it might be this one, might be another one.
Volunteering there. It's still early, but I have spent a lot of time drinking there.
Yes. Okay. So, you go over towards where the radio is, and you click it on. You try to go through to where your frequency is. Okay. As you're doing that, I need you to roll luck for me.
Do I get plus?
No, just a regular old luck as you're cycling through to your
57
channel.
of nothing failed.
Because you're using.
Okay,
ugly
you
dice.
you click through onto your frequency, and there's nothing on it. Are you going to try and broadcast?
Yep.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Broadcast and go.
Okay, well, just tell me what you're going to say.
I
I can't read your mind.
Broadcast. I'm broadcasting, guys. Welcome.
Welcome to my broadcast.
Yeah, right. We're going to Matheson Bay. Pick us up in Matheson Bay.
You hear your CB click, and a much clearer sound comes through. You hear Jake's voice saying, Matheson Bay, we're going to go pick us up in Matheson Bay.
That's news to me, but we got there. There's people there.
Didn't get to Matheson Bay. Anyway.
We did.
We
No,
don't
it
know. We don't know where Matheson Bay is. We got to a place where there were people.
Just we get go by the pontoon, and we'll swim out to the pontoon. If we're there before you, we'll be at the pontoon. If not, you can meet us right in the bay. Just keep going around till you see the pontoon.
Do you ask him what a pontoon is?
Okay. Yeah, and so I go.
And
Okay.
then I go. Should I make a lot of noise? Drag every single motherfucker in the area to hear.
They were using lights, so I don't think they're infected.
There's people here.
That's why I said people.
Alright, I won't do that then. So what else is here? Like, there's RTs, there are other RTs, the charger for them, spare batteries.
Yep. There are a number of things. Obviously, you know what's there more than me. There are some things missing. Not everything is there, but for the most
radios
part,
would be able, they got like 2 spare ones. So
there seems to be some. There are other things missing. The things that seem to be missing more are alcohol and food. You find the place completely cleared out of that. Yeah, there is none here. But you do find some supplies. We can go through some of those. It's going to take you a little while to start trying to sort through them. I know you know where things are, so you're going to go for them pretty quickly.
What I want to do first is, again, like I said before, they're depending on the call-outs.
Yep, the
One,
logbook.
I want to have a look at the logbook.
Okay.
2, depending on the call-out, depends on what gear we can get.
Okay. All right. The logbook is going to take you a little while to go through to see what the last one is.
Read the last ones. Like,
Okay.
Can I just continue the communication just quickly?
Yep.
As you said, I saw on the GPS, and I saw the fact is, I'm coming up to. Does it say on the GPS that Lee's around the corner?
Lee's around the corner. Yeah.
Okay. I just say I'm currently stopped just before heading around the peninsula to Lee in the direction we're going.
right. Well, you guys would know exactly where that is because we went into that harbour all together.
Yes, but it's night.
Right. So,
So it's difficult to
harbour,
tell.
that's where we went into. It's further around. Best way, there's a pontoon in Matheson Bay, and there's some rock formations in the middle of it ish. Just keep going around until you see the pontoon.
So we're still going with this, even with people there, with people and Lee.
Yeah, not going to hurt them. Well, I'm not going to turn the siren on to make the noise. Just don't make any more noise.
Yeah, they can still follow us back.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll head there on slow speed.
If it's either we do this or we try drive back and run into the horde that we drew out.
Yeah, because I'd already said okay. When we head up
So
at slow
depending
speed.
on the last call out will be depending on what gear we can take. Although if there's only a couple of trucks there, there's probably other people's gear.
So yeah, the trucks are gone, and cycling through this, and with your light on, you're trying to look to see where it is. It looks like the last call out was to a school.
Lee school?
Yeah, is this Lee's school here?
Nope.
Nope.
Where are we? Now we're lost again.
Yes. So
Where?
that's the here
That's the fire station. That
Yep.
school is just to the left of your cursor.
to the left of my cursor. So
Right
literally
there.
just
No,
right here.
yeah,
So
that's
it's
there.
whatever this large structure is here.
That
That's
is
the address on the road.
actually a what's it called a motorhome.
Don't bang.
Sorry, it's a motorhome place.
Okay.
So all that land up the front there is thing, and then those are accommodation.
Yeah, at whatever this accommodation building is, that is the
Alright.
last place, the last call out that's logged.
And so is that medical or fire?
It's both. Both were
Fire.
called out to the same location.
You gotta treat the fire. Get the petrol. Get the petrol.
We're gonna bury the victims. That's what we gotta do.
Or it could have been bad enough that both were called out.
Yeah. All right. So what? I want to grab whatever's gear is available.
It depends how long you want to spend here as well.
I mean, they're in lockers
Transferring it to the vehicle.
No, I mean chucking it on. Like take my boots
Chucking
off,
it on,
put my
okay.
boots in, grab the overalls, and
Okay. There are 3 sets here. So what you and Nick do with that is entirely up to you.
take my boots off, get those on,
Yep,
overalls.
I'm gonna get dressed.
Okay. All right. You get suited up. It does take you a while. It takes Nick a little bit longer. He hasn't done this before. Jake, you do it with a fair bit of speed.
It's putting clothes on.
It's not putting clothes on. It's putting on quite heavy clothes, as I'm aware. As far as I'm
depends
aware,
what it is. If it's
full turnout stuff.
So you get your level 1s, which is just basic overalls.
It's the next level.
Okay, so it's level 2s.
It's +2 fire defense clothing.
All right.
Does it
Yes.
give you fire resistance?
Okay, so
Yes, it does. It's
yeah,
important.
yes. So all of this does take time, but you managed to get
Yep.
full sets on both yourself and Nick. You're looking like proper firemen now. The calendar is ready for the end of the year. Okay. All right. I think we just need like a calendar of Nick in various outfits.
Jumpsuit July.
Yes.
Fireman
Yeah, exactly.
September.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Nick, get working on it. Okay. So,
I realised I missed a bit of September now.
yeah. So with that, it takes you time, as I said, and all the while you've been going slowly on towards this bay
Have
where
I
you
seen
haven't
more
been to
lights or
before.
anything? 'Cause
With
I'm-
intention to try stay as quiet as possible.
I'm checking everything in Lee to see movement or.
Do you have your spotlights on out the front of the boat?
I turn like literally down. into
Down towards the water?
and
Okay,
then
right
I
in front.
stand-
But I mean,
Hang
that
on,
is all
wait.
higher.
Yeah, but that's why, like, because I saw a light in Lee, so I would just check right. So the light, any of the houses with my binoculars, just go through.
Okay,
all
you're
of
looking as the boat's kind of bobbing. You're having a look around. It's looking dark for the most part.
them. I can't see anything.
No, you don't. Unless you turn the lights on in the building. You were just using your own lights, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not looking for them. I'm looking
No,
for
no,
other-
I know. It's just determining whether or not you'd actually see the light from them. Okay, so with that, you continue on towards the next bay, driving along a little bit further out away from the coast. Eventually, you're going to end up driving around this peninsula.
No, it's back there.
What,
Is
and
that marked on GPS?
It's right there. Well, I said rock formations and a pontoon.
there?
Which
Okay, it's night. Well, it's still early morning.
But you'll see
It's going
those
to be
rock
very difficult to see.
formations,
Out here,
Yeah.
it depends what they determine rock formations to be. Like,
Formations.
it's
Rocks in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, rocks in the water, like you would see a little bit of that. It's up to you whether or not you figure out that that's the bay, because that's not going to be written on thing. This is still part of Lee. It's just going to say Lee on this GPS. So looking ahead, you can't see Matheson's Bay on there. It's too small of a landmark to register
Does
on
the
this.
GPS show the rock formation?
No, but I'll see them with the spotlight.
Well, it would make out basic ones. Yes, you'd see it on the kind of terrain.
Like, I was just looking at the map,
It's,
like, barely listening.
it's up
and
to
I
you.
thought that was
It's
it.
because the thing is, it's up to you. I'm looking for rock formations and a fun like.
Yeah, I mean, like that looks like rock
Yeah,
formations, but
okay.
I mean, it also doesn't have the
and he
name.
Said, and he said just a bit further than Lee. So,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So
it's-
I'll
it's-
call out when I see those on with the
Yeah.
spotlight.
Yep.
Those
All right.
things here, because I don't even know if that is.
He calls out to
He
you.
would see it
You
before
see
I
them in
would.
the distance, and you assume that this indeed is the
Where's
bay.
the pontoon?
It's a bit closer to the beach, but
There.
somewhere around there. No, not that close. You can't even see it.
Is it not showing?
There's a pontoon.
I mean, this could be an
around
old.
this?
Yeah, it's out a bit further, like around there-ish. It's right around there.
A pontoon.
Mm.
Wait, you just put on heavy fireman's clothes and now you're gonna swim?
How do we swim? If we need
Okay.
to swim.
You did!
If we need to swim.
All right, so you continue on up towards this point here. It's difficult to tell. You are getting a low elevation, like on your
Yeah,
on
I
your
won't,
little finder.
I won't keep going. I'll go like till I kind of see I'm not going to risk it, and I'll just, kind
Okay.
of turn it around. And like the classic, get ready to leave if we need to, kind of
Okay.
thing, and just idle there.
All right. I want to make something else clear to you all, because it's something that you would notice when you're driving the boat as well. And this should be something that's known. The titanium ducky isn't with the boat right now, because the last two that stayed on there, no one else went back to it. It stayed on the shore. Okay? All right. So, with that,
There's boats down in Masson's Bay. Well, potentially. there's
well,
boats
I
down
mean,
Masson's Bay.
yeah, it looks like a beach to me. It's difficult to tell from here what's going to be like. At the moment, looking at it, it looks pretty freaking bare to the rest of you looking down
Normally
here.
say the name of this place, so let's reel it sound.
So, all right, you and Nick, you're still at the firehouse at this point. You're going to try and get up and get ready and go? Or?
Turn the generator off and
Okay.
Open the door and then drive out and close the door and drive off.
Okay. And you start driving in the direction of this bay?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to
Which
jump
bay is
back
it,
in to where you are here, and you're going to start trying to navigate to where it is at this point.
Yeah,
So you're going to go here, driving along the road. Give you a little bit of a perspective of where you're going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
That one.
This one here, you take a left here and you start driving down. For the most part, it's just these quiet, silent streets, and you're just seeing body after body out on lawns, on the roads, on the side of the road, and they all seem to be quite, like, there's not a lot left of them.
Yeah. So they look like they're being ripped apart. Like, is their limbs not on some
Yes,
of them?
some, and others seem to be intact, but there are, like, large portions of them that are missing. And it is just bone just exposed to the sky
Yeah.
as you continue to drive down towards the bay. Weaving your way down, you can see what you think is a boat. You see, like, the little lights on it
And
as you drive
And I see the lights on the car.
down towards here, and the Golf is parked. You see the car lights, you see the car, you see each other,
I just go,
at
Jake,
least
is
you
that you?
assume.
It's us. Is that you? Assuming that's you.
No, we're going on.
Alright, cool. So I go, come in as close as you can.
I'm getting a low elevation warning around here.
Not yeah. I know low elevation isn't the right word for it, but like
It's
that's
shallow
what I can tell you.
water.
Shallow water. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Does
Okay,
get pretty deep.
I'm pretty much just like going in, like kind of quite slowly,
Mhm.
backing it in slowly because I did
It's
turn around.
depending on the tide. It is over my head,
Yeah.
about 10 meters out.
Yeah. I know. This is also quite a large boat.
Yeah,
So
because
are there dinghies on the beach, which is right?
Looking out towards
Like,
looking
so
out
go
towards
past-
here,
past
there
the houses,
there
see
is like
those
a
there?
little
Those colours? Yeah.
Like looking out towards there. It's again it's dark. You have your lights. You shine it out in that direction. And they're roll luck for me.
Question, how
Just
late
roll
in the
luck.
morning it is?
Roll
We
luck.
haven't
Me
actually
or
asked.
Nick?
What's it?
So
Sorry.
what's the actual time? We haven't actually asked that yet.
It's
On the
still like early morning. So like it would have been like 5 when you left, and so now it's getting on towards like 6.
Do you want
Yeah.
me or Nick or both of us or?
If you're both looking,
Yeah. Looking for dinghies.
Fail.
okay.
Pass 10.
Okay, there is one.
It's got holes in it.
It does look like it's been out there for a while. It's old. It's a wooden one, and there are some oars that seem to be lodged in it.
We grab that.
Okay, it's locked to the rack, like chain locked around it, padlock.
Fair enough.
This is such a mess. Just you've got your hatchet, right?
Yeah, but it's chain.
I just go and I say, are you guys coming? I thought you were going to swim out to us.
You guys as close as you can get.
As close as we can.
How far does this pontoon extend? Because it's not here on this map.
It's
so
not big. It's
Yeah.
It's I don't know, sort of 3 meters by 3 meters sort of thing. It's just really jumping off.
oh yeah. So it's it's in and around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It depends like whether or not you want to try and go up
Because
against it.
as I said, I'm kind of like backing back, but I'm
Yeah.
keeping my eye on like the elevation,
Yeah.
and I'm giving it like a good,
Yeah.
a good kind of way. I'm not gonna if as soon as it starts getting too low, I stop and say
Yeah.
the rest of the way you have to come.
Can I try and just hatchet
Based-
the fucking lock?
Oh no, but
Yeah.
Jake, it's chain. What's
You can
the
try.
give it a go.
You can try. Yeah. Roll. You're gonna try and use your might
My
to break it.
Yeah.
Roll might to try and slam this thing. It's just
I
flat.
do not want to beat
52.
Mine's 51.
Oh no! That's hilarious.
This is a train.
That's hilarious.
And I can't stop.
Okay. All right. You clink against it and it doesn't budge.
Try again.
Okay. All right. You try again. Swing away.
17.
17. You hit it, but it doesn't seem to do enough to break it.
What kind of damage did it do?
It was 17 plus your hatchet. It's a light weapon, so 10. So it would have been 27 damage.
Not
But
opposed?
Is it gonna try and dodge?
Unopposed.
That's in terms of visual, like, did it look like it did enough damage if I'm
How
trying
armored is
again?
it?
No, it didn't seem to have
Yeah.
much of an
Nah,
impact.
That's 2 tries. It's not going to do anything. So come as close as you can, and we'll come out to you.
Okay, so you can see that little pontoon that's sticking out there. You figure you'll be able to get up close to it It's up to you. Like you're looking at the rings. It looks like it's going to be okay.
No, it's up to you because I said I want to go as far as I can. If you think I can get there far, then I'll do
The
it.
reading's saying yes.
Okay, I do it then.
Okay.
You
All
get
right.
stuff.
Roll drive for me.
Oh, I hate this.
Spend your last sigil.
Yeah, I'll spend my last sigil.
Okay. All right.
Fuck.
25, so what's it? 48, so it's 50, 73, 47 success.
47 success. Okay, all right. You back up and you manage to actually get pretty damn close to the pontoon itself, and you manage to kind of stabilize. And are you putting the anchor down? You're just kind of like drifting up at this
I
point.
will. I don't want to drift.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anchor goes in, and the boat's on the pontoon. Both you and Nick see the boat in proximity to it. You gonna go for it?
Yep. But we're going to take off our
Yes.
heavy stuff.
You think that you'll be able to make it? Like
We do?
it's just it's a little bit of a jump, but it's not much.
Oh,
Of a,
just jump, is it?
it's a jump.
We
It's a jump to make
We
it.
do it.
Okay. What have you done with the golf?
Would have just locked it and have the keys.
Okay, all right. You leave the car there. You jump across, off the pontoon onto the second chance, taking a
We
hold
did take the
as
other
each
stuff
you
in it,
do.
right?
What
the
other stuff?
radios we got.
Oh yeah. Well,
From the far. He did say.
He did say that.
yeah. It's all in the golf. You want to bring that out with you?
Yeah, but chuck it in my backpack.
Okay.
That
All
was
right.
it.
Some of the stuff is okay. It'll be whatever you can fit in a backpack then. So it'll limit what you can
Basically,
carry.
it would be, if you want the radios, if that's all that would fit.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, like it's tough to fit in there with all the food and water that you have packed in there.
Yeah.
So it'll be what you can take. You could try and throw stuff across.
That's
but
true. We could, if it's only a jump, we could chuck them.
And also, Nick has a bag as well, so
I do.
Yeah, I mean, like you can fill it up as much as you want with what you've got, but yeah, I mean.
Can we just say one more thing, and it's fine if it's not. Can we have taken the notebook, the logbook?
Although I thought you did take
Yeah,
logbook.
sweet. I didn't say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No,
It would've been
I
an actual
assumed
thing,
that.
we could go through and
Yeah.
analyze it.
Okay, all right. So, with that, you jump onto the second chance, and the second chance sets it idle for a moment before you bring up the anchor. Where do you go from now? What do you do? What's next? What's the plan?
Stay
what's
tuned.
up, what's up, Mr. Plan Man?
Yeah, well,
Oh, I
that's-
thought you were going to end it there. That
Oh,
sounded
we're
like
going to
you-
end it, but I need to know what's happening first. I need to know where you're going.
Alright, well, let's go back, but we can go further out so we're not making noise.
Okay,
Just loop round.
off we go.
The second chance
Just straight into Master's base.
starts driving out.
If I never hear that name again, I'll be
It's a really nice
You
piece.
start driving away from here and around, driving back towards Goat Island, taking a wider route out. And Skulk, I imagine you're still manning the spotlight out the front, like having it down
no,
type
I
thing.
would've-
Just
sorry,
like
no, I would've
aim it
asked Nick
down.
to do it because I want to keep an eye on.
I
on
want
the
to go a good, like, through, 300, 400 meters? I'm saying to you and talking.
talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
300,
yeah.
400 meters off the coast.
All right.
If we go past Leo, we'll see if there's lights.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
You
ask
do
about
drive
that.
past Lee, and I mean you look back towards it, and it seems silent.
Where did you guys see that light?
I point at the part of Lee where I saw it.
Yeah, it's difficult to figure out now based upon the sun rising a little bit more.
I know, but
it's
I
like
know
an
if it's like
obscure.
on like
Yes,
say,
on like the
north
west
side
side
of
or east
Lee
side.
the
Yeah,
south side
yeah.
of
It did
Lee.
seem to be much more kind of like in the thick of things down
we're
in
not,
this
we're not
kind
so
of area.
close, so he would just be like,
Yeah.
that literally the
That
entire league would be
Yes,
in this thing.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would just say. I would just say. the
Yeah,
northern
that
part
side of it.
Lee.
Yeah. So you continue on around here, on towards back towards Goat Island, driving a decent distance away. And as you start to approach Goat Island once again, that's where we're going to end this part.
Probably hit around the outside of Goat Island as well, probably.
Good to know. All right, well,
And keep going.
that's us for this one. Please do join us next for the finale where we'll find out exactly what's going on in Goat Island. With Chloe unconscious, there's no telling what's gone down. And so with that, please do join us then. I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay breathing.
Please do join us at the same time tomorrow for part 5 of The Second Chance. A slightly shorter episode, this episode will be the bookend to this season. And so how will things finish for our survivors? Please do join us tomorrow to find out in the finale of Season 2.